Hey, what's going on everybody? I have the Apple Watch Series 8 here and Series 9. Today we're going to look at both of these watches and make some comparisons in terms of what upgrades have been made to the Series 9 from the Series 8 by Apple. This is going to be a comprehensive review of what the differences are between the watches and if the Series 9 really is worth upgrading to from the Series 8. So let's get started. In terms of size, the watches I have here are the 45mm. These are the bigger of the two sizes available, which are 41 and 45mm. I have the Series 9 in gold and Series 8 in midnight colors. The colors are subjective and everyone will have a different opinion, but in terms of design, both of the watches are identical. From the screens to how the sensors are placed to the crown button, power button, everything is exactly the same. So you're not necessarily getting anything unique in terms of the look of the watch in Series 9. The bands are not going to impact the software or the performance of the watches, but I do want to comment on how creative Apple has been with their bands. I have the stainless steel gold for the Series 9. It's extremely light and comfortable. You can easily adjust the fitting on your wrist by simply unlocking, pulling, and then locking at whatever point is most comfortable for you. I have the Midnight Sport Band for the Series 8. It doesn't have the same smooth and silky texture that the stainless steel has, but it's still extremely comfortable. You can easily adjust it on your wrist by simply plugging in the pin from one side of the band into the other. Apple Watch Series 8 had S8 chip, which was the same CPU as Series 6 and Series 7. Series 9 now has the S9 chip. That should make the performance a lot faster on the Series 9. To test that out, I turned on both of the watches here at the same time to see how long they take to wake up. As expected, Series 9 wakes up much faster. Similar experiences are expected with the apps on these watches, making this perhaps the most important update on the Series 9. At first glance, a noticeable difference between the two watches is that Series 9 is brighter than the Series 8. The reason being that Series 9 is 2000 nits versus only 1000 nits for Series 8. That's going to be a huge difference, especially in the sun. Another upgrade that Apple has really talked about is that Apple Series 9 is going to have built-in Siri. Is that going to be a big difference? Let's test it out. Siri, what's the weather like?
It's currently clear and 75 degrees.
Hey Siri, what's the weather like right now?
It's currently clear and 75 degrees.
So a slight difference in how quickly Siri woke up on both watches. If you're a frequent user of Siri, this will have an impact on how you experience your watch. Now let's talk about the tap feature that has been the talk of the town with the release of Series 9. The actual update is supposed to come out next month, but we can activate the tap function as is by going into Setting, then Accessibility, then Assistive Touch, and by turning on hand gestures. It took me quite a few tries before the Series 8 began to recognize my taps. Here's how the tap function looks. So I finally got the tap function to work, but Series 8 did give me a weird glitch with a box appearing over my dial. Series 9 began similarly by not recognizing the taps. When it did begin to work, it worked fine without any glitches, unlike Series 8. Now again, the update is going to come in next month, so I'll hold my judgment until then. But I think this can be an amazing feature if Apple can make its performance more seamless. As I said in my Apple Watch Series 9 review video, I use Apple Watches for casual use. So from that perspective, Apple Watch Series 9 does not come with any drastic updates or changes from its predecessor. That's not to say that both of the watches are the same. Apple Watch Series 9 does come with some significant updates that should provide more convenient experiences for its users. That concludes this video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and like. I appreciate your support and thank you for watching.